SCP-343, the kindly, old, all-powerful being known to some as God. And some are pure evil beings who want nothing more than to use their immense power to sow chaos and misery among everyone else. And personally, we can't think of a better example of the latter than Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls. This demonic Dorito wants nothing more than to take over our dimension and rebuild it in his image of absolute insanity. So naturally, we started wondering, if these two reality-warping titans, SCP-343 and Bill Cipher, ever came to blows, who would win? We were so curious, in fact, that we fired up the Anomatron 6000, our state-of-the-art simulation supercomputer, to see how exactly the two might meet and how their epic battle would play out. Who do you think would take the coveted W on this one? Let us know down in the comments, along with any other out-of-universe what-if situation you'd love to see. But in the meantime, let's fire up the machine. Be warned, folks, it's gonna get weird. The date was July 12th, 2013. For SCP-343, it had started out as a relatively normal day. He'd spent the night playing solitaire on the astral plane before warping back into his humanoid containment cell by morning, leaving the Foundation none the wiser. After all, he was really here voluntarily. If the Foundation had truly wanted to try to confine him here, they were welcome to give it a go, but it would be about as effective as trying to catch a whisper in a butterfly net. While God had come to this place to experience the joyful illusion of giving up control, it truly was little more than an illusion to him. If he wanted to, he could exterminate the SCP Foundation in less than an afternoon, then retire to Burger King for a Whopper. So really, they're all just lucky he is a benevolent being, more interested in hanging out than dispensing wrath on those he perceived as insolent. That was Old Testament him. He'd done a lot of soul-searching and growth since then. It'd been at least a millennium since he'd smote anyone for that matter, and the last guy really had it coming. However, today was going to be a little different. God knew that something was going to happen today. He sensed a great source of energy emerging, something dark and malevolent. He sighed and he closed his eyes for a moment, focusing himself. He knew whatever the nature of this threat, it would fall upon him to face and destroy it. How irritating. He was hoping to finally binge Stranger Things today. Elsewhere in Site-19, things seemed to be inordinately peaceful. There hadn't been any containment breaches or new anomalies brought in. There hadn't been any attacks from rival groups of interest. Dr. Bright hadn't even done anything stupid or started any fires. To borrow an old cliché, it was quiet, too quiet. Perhaps the only person who wasn't having a relatively mellow day was Security Officer Frederick Simmons, a mid-level guard who'd been stationed at Site-19 for 4 years now. He just wasn't really feeling himself today. The work didn't bother Simmons, emotionally at least. Typically, even after seeing rather traumatic things or being in near-death situations while in containment breaches, it hadn't left any lingering effects. But lately, he'd been having the strangest dreams. It always played out the same way. Shortly after going to sleep, he'd open his eyes in a strange multicolored void surrounded by bizarre, seemingly random floating objects, none of which seemed to have any real relevance to him or his life. And just when he'd begin to question it, the other recurring element of the dream would occur. Out of the shimmering oil-slick rainbow of mind-boggling colors, a strange being would suddenly emerge. A glowing golden triangle, almost like a drawing of a pyramid, the Eye of Providence, with a stovepipe hat, a little bow tie, thin black arms and legs, and most notable of all, a single large eye with a slit pupil staring out from the center. The eye almost seemed to have a strange hypnotic quality to it.
Come on. Why won't it launch?
Thin black arms and legs.
Come on. Why? Okay.
If you're familiar with the SCP Foundation, then you already know the exact reason why there are multiple SCP-001s. What distinguishes this SCP-001 site in the eyes of the Foundation is the area's profound lack of any ambient Akiva radiation. But what is Akiva radiation? Well, according to the Foundation's researchers, it's a form of cosmic background radiation, one that's not overtly harmful to human beings. If you grew up in a strict church-going household, then it's highly likely you would have been exposed to a lot of this non-electromagnetic radiation and never even realized it. You see, the thing with Akiva radiation is that it is directly correlated with the amount of religious faith a person has. Regardless of which religion someone follows, Akiva radiation will form around them. It tends to be harmless to humans. However, certain anomalous entities and SCPs considered to be demonic in nature can be repelled and even fought off with high levels of Akiva radiation. The presence of other powerful anomalies, those considered more benign or even holy, can also create an increase in this radiation. SCP-001 has earned the nickname God's Blind Spot for a number of reasons. One being that it is the only place on Earth with a natural absence of this Akiva radiation. The Foundation has conducted experiments that involve bringing sources known to emit Akiva radiation into the area of SCP-001, but when they measured, no change in radiation levels was detected, meaning that the space around Facility T does not actively block Akiva radiation from entering it, but also cannot absorb or retain this religious radiation. It might be more accurate to say that the location destroys any trace of residual Akiva without damaging the source. A lack of faith-field radiation is far from the only anomalous property of SCP-001 though. During a number of tests involving D-Class personnel, the Foundation witnessed that, while in the area, it also becomes impossible for the death of any human being to occur, a discovery that obviously needed to be researched further. The first test involved a healthy human male who was left in a containment cell on the SCP-001 site and observed. He had no supplies, no food, no water.
Alright, let's go. Okay. Yes. Russia. Yes. Spearhead and Russia. Let's go. Load!
Vulnerability has appeared to disrupt the flow of American munitions, and it's hiding in Scandinavia's heart. The company Nordvik has been providing weapons and vehicles to U.S. operatives around the world. That stops today. We want a full-scale assault on the factory.
Hello.
Destroy any local resistance, then dig in. Do not let the enemy push you back.
Bonjour.
Communications will be reestablished en route.
Bonjour, oui, oui. Comment t'appelles-tu?
Oui, this one.
Okay. Let's go, Mario. Let's kill the Yoshis. Stop on the Goombas. We gonna get them Goombas.
We have secured Alpha Sector.
Our plan is effective. We hold more sectors than our enemy.
Dang, why are we doing this?
Let's move over there.
Our troops are assaulting Bravo 1.
Bravo Sector is now ours.
Grapple ready.
Aw.
Reloading. Reloading. Cover me. Fucking ways to go. Move
Oh. Did I get him? I did not. They're doing pretty good.
They've occupied Charlie Sector.
No
They hold more
helicopter.
sectors than us. We must alter our
Let's
strategy.
go. Come on, air transport. Let's go. Yeah.
Our troops are moving on Charlie 2.
Oh my god. Get me down.
Our soldiers have secured Bravo Sector.
Oh my god, I dodged. How the flip am I alive?
Allied forces are attacking Charlie 2.
Give me an assessment.
We destroyed the claim objectives. U.S. forces are moving quickly into them.
Oh my god. The helicopter. Nobody was shooting at it. Ugh.
Our forces have taken a blow, but we still remain strong.
How the fuck is it in play? How is it in play? It's gone. Why?
Turn around.
I didn't hit E.
Yes!
He did nothing. Why didn't he do anything? Dang.
The enemy is conquering sectors at a rapid pace. They now hold more than us. We have begun our attack on Alpha 2.
Actually, cancel that. My far marker.
We have
Move to that
secured
area.
Alpha Sector.
Support package ready to drop.
Come on. Let's go. Let's do it. Whoa.
Our troops are advancing on Charlie 1.
Hostiles are losing resources. We have secured Echo Sector.
Hold more sectors than the enemy.
Come on!
No! Dang it! Thought they would have.
An objective has come under our control.
What do we have right now? Jet. That's the only flying thing we have out. Come on, air transport. Oh God. Well, that just disappeared from the plane of
Hostiles
existence.
have taken Echo Sector.
Oh my god.
We are moving to seize Charlie 2. Check the plane.
No one's in my plane. Why? Or my helicopter. I'm not in an airplane.
Our troops have taken an objective. Charlie Sector secure.
Why is nobody spawning? Oh, we already have it. Okay.
Something left of us.
Echo Sector to hostiles.
Whoa. How the? How? Oh my god. I'm ending stream. Nobody's watching.